The reason why you're screwing up now because you clicked this video is because of focus. Because focus is the single most important thing for being productive, for being successful in life. It is very true. And I know you probably struggle with focus. I can relate to this because I'm someone who was diagnosed with ADHD and I struggled with that, but I figured it out and I'm not on any medication. Instead, I've learned how to focus because it's so important. I want to show you how to do that in this video, give you some tips on this, and talk a little bit about why focus is so important. A lot of people ask me, how do I do all the things I do? I literally get done 10 to 12 hours worth of work every day in about 5 hours. That's what I do every single day. Right now, I finish my workday about 2 o'clock, right? I start my workday about 7 a.m. In fact, a lot of times I finish earlier than that, and I'm able to get 10 to 12 hours worth of work done in that time frame, maybe more, okay? In this time frame that I've been working like this, I have written 2 best-selling books, multiple books, probably like 5 books total. I have published thousands of YouTube videos. I have made video courses for developer training programs, like 50 of those full-length courses that I've published. I have run marathons, multiple marathons, run an ultra marathon, gone to the gym and built a physique, bought real estate investments, like 20-something properties, all of that stuff, written countless blog posts. I could go on and on with all the things that I've done. And you might think, John, you're superhuman, you have crazy discipline. What is it? It's focus. Focus is the key. I'm telling you now, it's prioritization is important, of course, but focus is how you really become productive in life. And that's how you accomplish your goals. You really have to be focused. So I've had to learn how to do that. Now, the key thing in order to be able to focus is having accountability. You have to have something that holds you accountable. So there's 2 ways I'm going to talk about being accountable and having accountable. The first one is internal accountability. This is something that you implement a process or a system for yourself. So this means that you have some way of keeping yourself focused on tasks and you have some kind of system that reminds you and keeps you doing that. So for me, for example, I have my productivity system. I'm not going to talk about that in this video. If you really want some details on that, I've got in the membership, the Bulldog Mindset membership, the whole system laid out for you. And I've done some other videos on that, so you can check that out on the channel as well. But for now, let's talk about the internal accountability. The key thing to it is that you have a system that holds you accountable, that you know what you're supposed to do. So for example, all right, well, let's start at every single week, I plan out my entire week. I know what I'm supposed to do. Every morning, I wake up at 7 o'clock, I get to my desk and I start working. I start doing Pomodoros and I know how much I'm supposed to do in a day and I know exactly what I'm supposed to work on. So that system allows me to focus. Like right now I'm working in that system. Right now, what's on my list is record YouTube videos. I've got 2 Pomodoros set aside for that to record 3 videos for today. Before that, I had a task of planning out the YouTube videos where I did the planning, kind of the outline of what this video is going to be about. But the key thing is that I've got this system in place which keeps me focused. And I had an interesting thing happened this morning. I had my group coaching call for my Well That Never Runs Drive program. And one of the guys on there, he was saying, how do I get this motivation? I just don't feel motivated. I'm doing the Pomodoro technique, but in the mornings, I just struggle in the mornings. And I told him, I was like, this is not popular advice. You're not going to like what I have to say. I don't like what I have to say, but let me tell you what you got to do because focus is so important, which is as soon as you get to your keyboard in the morning, as soon as you sit at your desk, you need to start working. Start the timer and start working immediately. Don't do all this other stuff. Don't check your email. Don't watch some YouTube videos. Don't go on Facebook or read the news or anything. Just start working and then just work through the work that you're supposed to do at that allocated time until it's done, focused on that. And it's hard to do, but the thing is, when you do it that way, you will find you have the motivation and you'll find you'll be able to focus by forcing. You need some kind of a forcing function a lot of time. Now, the second way is besides internal motivations, you can have external accountability. That's even more powerful. This is something that is hard to come by. There was this video I remember back, I think it was 10 years ago. This guy, he paid someone on Craigslist to slap him in the face when he was distracted from his work. So he went to a coffee shop. He literally was paying this person, I think, $10 an hour, this girl. And anytime she saw him not working, she was supposed to smack him in the face. Right now, that worked really, really, really well. But obviously not all of us can do that. But I do have something that I think is going to be really helpful to you for getting this. It is called focus blocks. This is something that a friend of mine developed, and I think it's just a genius idea. I've got a link down below if you want to check it out. Make sure you click that link so you get the best discount and deal on this. But what he does is, and this is genius, and you don't have to sign up if you don't want to, but if you're interested in this, I would highly recommend you check it out because it's really cool. I've been doing this myself. You basically have a co-working community. So you jump on these focus blocks, and during this 1 hour block, you're going to sit there and you're going to work the whole time on Zoom with other people's faces. So they're seeing you, you're seeing them, and it makes you accountable because you're going to say what you're going to do. You take 5 minutes to say what you're going to do, and then you commit to doing that. At the end, they kind of wrap up and say, did you get done what you expected to get done? And it's amazing, amazing how crazy it is. Like, you have to try it out. And again, I think he's got a free trial here for the first 7 days. Yeah, there's a free trial, but go click the link down below. I'll put the link in there for my link, whatever the best deal is. He always gives me the best deal on it. So go check that out. But you got to try it. Jump on there, jump on the Zoom call, and watch what happens. It's crazy how it works. It's sort of this accountability. One of the things I was talking about with him actually was CrossFit. I don't like CrossFit. I think it's not the best way to work out. It's not the best way to gain muscle. It's not the best way to lose fat. But I love CrossFit because it creates that external accountability. It's almost like a cult. And with all those other people around in that group setting, you're going to show up and you're going to do the workout. It's the same thing here. It's like when you have this focus block and you schedule these focus blocks, it's going to force you to show up and do the work, and you're doing it live. Really cool concept. Like I said, if you're struggling with focus, he's got hundreds of testimonials. Like, this is like a no-brainer product for you to buy. I have bought a membership myself out of my own money. He didn't give me one. I said, no, I want to pay for this because it's so valuable. So go check it out. There's a link down below. The key thing here is not necessarily some product that you're using. It's that you have some accountability. Even if you go to a public place, even if you're in a place where you hire someone to slap you in the face, you need to have some kind of accountability. You need internal accountability, and you need the external accountability to really be successful with that. Part of the external accountability that's built into my system is that I have to make YouTube videos, so that you guys hold me externally accountable. But if you don't have that, something like focus blocks can be really, really useful. So anyway, that's kind of the short on how to focus, and it is super, super important. If you want the next video to watch here, I've got this video called How I Worked 12 to 14 hours a day for years while I can only focus for 6 hours per day, because you do have a limit on focus. So watch this video next, and you can learn a little bit about the limits on focus and how to manage that time, because you might have caught in this video, I said that I only work about 5 hours of focus per day and I get 10 to 12 hours worth of work done. Watch this video and you'll see how that breaks down.